The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Kiwi.
Well, this is new. New Zealand educational charity Hector's World has joined with Google to create a new online resource. It's called the Hector's World Tech Cave, which empowers Kiwi children to teach themselves and their communities about technology. It's in collaboration, as I say, with Google, and they're promoting what's called digital citizenship for Kiwi kids. And I've got a couple of guests with me today. I've got Ishtar Vij, who is from Google Australia New Zealand. Hello to you, Ishtar.
Hi, thanks for having me.
And Liz Butterfield, who is the Managing Director of Hector's World, joining us from Hector's World today. G'day to you, Liz.
Hi there, Glenn.
First of all, Liz, what is this idea of digital citizenship? What actually is it?
Well, it's actually an evolution, I think, from the days of internet safety, and looking at the total of things that children need, not just about keeping safe, but about what do they need to thrive in the online environment and to learn and to grow. And that's why I think we've done this expansion from internet safety to digital citizenship. And citizenship implies all of those wonderful things about respecting yourself, respecting your others, and being a positive part of your community. And I think that's very true and important in the online environment.
And I suppose it's really a modern construct, isn't it? I mean, this is quite new. You know, we really are entering a brave new world with this.
And you see it, I think, most clearly with the very youngest children who are using technology, because technology is just an extension of themselves. They don't see it as something separate, as I do at my age in the 50s. So, it is a different world for them.
And just, Google is getting involved with this. I mean, I guess being such a large company and such an important company on the World Wide Web, I guess you'd have a stakeholding in this.
Yes, certainly. I mean, online well-being is something that Google takes very seriously, and education is a major part of that. So the ability to collaborate with Hector's World and work with them and support them as they put these free educational resources out there is really important to us.
Is this a new initiative, or is this happening elsewhere around the world as well?
No, this happens, we partner with different organisations around the world. So, for example, in Australia, we've partnered with Smart Online, Safe Offline, and we've delivered a educational campaign about cyberbullying via YouTube. Another example would be in the UK, where we've worked with Beat Bullying. So this work with Hector's World is really important to us, and we're excited to be working with them. So,
Liz, what do Google bring to the table for you?
Well, an amazing amount of expertise, obviously.
Yeah.
And Hector's World is used in a number of countries now, including Australia. And Google has that kind of breadth and reach around the world. So it's a great partnership, and particularly the content for these first Tech Cave modules was perfect because they chose to do a module on how does a search engine work. Huh. And I can't think of a better authority.
Yeah, exactly. Right to the source. What other modules are there, and what are the practical tools for kids?
Well, Hector's World is a whole environment online with episodes on a variety of topics for children, which illustrate kind of that breadth of digital citizenship again. So you'll find information on cyberbullying, on privacy online, on copyright, a whole range of issues. But here with the Tech Cave, the focus is to empower children by helping them understand actually how the range of technologies they may use, how they work, what they're about, how they're designed, the technical aspects of them, because that can contribute to how they use those technologies safely and wisely.
So, Ishtar, I mean, from Google's perspective, I guess over time, as these programs roll out, would you see behaviour sort of changing on the web?
Yeah, look, more and more of life is happening online, and I think, we teach our kids from a young age to not talk to strangers, to look both ways before they cross the road, to wear a hat when they go out in the sun. And just as we need to be street smart, we also need to be cyber smart. So we would hope that everyone would learn to be smart, safe and responsible when they're operating online. And as Liz said, the beauty of the Tech Cave is that it teaches kids about how the technology works. So it's a bit like riding a bicycle. You get a basic understanding of how the pedals work, how the brakes work, and similarly with technology, it helps to understand how the underlying technology works.
So, Liz, I'd imagine also the challenge for you is to make the cave, Hector's World, something interesting for young kids, because there's so many different forms of entertainment out there. There's so many different websites, games and all that kind of thing. The challenge, I suppose, is to make it that shiny new thing.
Well, we also have to, in some ways, echo the environments like the virtual worlds that many of these very young children are spending a lot of time in. So we're lucky that there is a superb animation company in New Zealand which makes Hector's World for us, and that's Inkspot Digital, and they create this magical world. It's just a fantastic place to explore, and that's the way these virtual worlds work, so why can't we do that for the classroom?
Is the whole family invited along as well to these websites?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, we put some information on our YouTube channel about encouraging older children to actually mentor the younger ones in their family and take those children to Hector's World. Sit with them, show them some of the material there, talk with them, and play with it, because that's what we've designed Hector's World to do, that the children actually learn while they play.
Yeah. Do we end up with a badge at the end of it, some kind of certificate that says?
Well, there are lots of things you can download, and also lots of new material planned. Just for the Tech Cave, we have about 45 modules planned, and they include topics like GPS, which will become more and more important for children to understand as it becomes a regular feature of the phone.
Ishtar, do you think in the future world, in the ideal future world, there'll be no borders and there will be just something called digital citizenship, and then you'll have this passport that will enable you to get around saying, look, I'm a digital citizen?
Oh, look, I would say that anything's possible. But no, I would hope that everyone is empowered to be smart, safe and responsible online, and that we can treat ourselves and others around us with respect in the online world.
Yeah. Well, check out the website. It is hectorsworld.com. And Liz Butterfield has been joining me from Hector's World today. What goes on down at Hector's World on a Friday?
Well, we're actually going to be opening up the Tech Cave for children at Mission Heights School today.
Oh, nice.
And which is very exciting because that's a school in Auckland and Manukau that embraces technology, and the children are mentoring with Hector's World.
And is there an actual real life cave there as well?
I'm sure they would love it. They're a very creative school, and we'll talk with them about that this morning and report back.
Well, Liz Butterfield is the Managing Director of Hector's World. Thanks so much. And also to Ishtar, who is from Google Australia, New Zealand. Thanks so much for coming on in.
Thanks so much.
Time now here on Kiwi is 7:34.